Oh, idiot.
Yeah. It's the real one, baby.
I'm telling you.
Chi-Town fam.
What's up, family? Welcome back to my channel. So today I am doing a reaction video. As you can tell by the title, it's going to be about Jeffrey Epstein and the island that's been uncovered and all the good stuff that's been going down. So I got a clip from 60 Minutes, so you know it's official. I got a clip from there where they're talking about Jeffrey Epstein, so I'm going to add that in and we're going to discuss. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to this video, share it, and all that good stuff.
We definitely received substantial evidence that he was involved in trafficking young women and children to the Virgin Islands for a very long period of time, through our airport, through his private jet, and then he would, by helicopter or sometimes boat, would then transport them over to Little St. James. And that's where he has his complex where he lives, which is his official residence as well. And that these young girls and women were subject to sexual assault, sexual exploitation, through coercion, false imprisonment, where the passports at some points were taken away. The actions were just reprehensible. And it was quite a number of women, and we found through our investigation that at least up to 2018 that continued.
So what your investigation is showing is the broad scope of Jeffrey Epstein's nefarious activities, that it just kept going.
Based on the evidence that we found thus far. Let me make something very clear. Jeffrey Epstein was very good at protecting himself and being secret. You know, the secrecy he was very good at that. And because of his wealth, his power, he was able to do that and secure that. So when you think about it, he owns a private island. That's an island over a mile away from St. Thomas, the main island. And it's out there and it's isolated. He purchases that, right? Then he owns the jet that flew in to the airport. It's under a name of one of the front companies that actually has been named in our complaint, but it's him. He's the member of that LLC. And he owns the helicopter and the boats that took or transported him and the women and children over to the island. So when you think about that, it's him orchestrating all of that. Yes, there may have been baggage handlers, there may have been other persons who looked and saw him and other females with young girls. Yes, but I think that it's important that we focus on how Jeffrey Epstein was so able to create such an elaborate scheme, especially by that not just local authorities, but we have federal authorities here too, that are here all along. Not even they might have been able to see it. In looking at that, you have to really, get a good understanding of how he was able to protect and isolate himself. Once you get on that island, how do you get off? It's not like a person who's on the island can just say, okay, I'm gonna swim to St. Thomas. They can't do that. It's not like a person who's there and needs help that they can sneak away and run outside and flag down a vehicle or flag down a police car or run to the nearest police station like they might be able to do on St. Thomas.
Now that's a very good point. I had to stop that because a lot of people think like when you get a lot of money and you become billionaires and stuff and you're able to do things like this, like get an island and get boats and have jets and stuff like that. Like, yeah, it looks all glamorous, it does. But what's going on behind the scenes on those jets that you're owning, on those boats, on that island. Like she said, if a person was on your island, since you're a mile away and you're secluded and you're rich and that's yours, you own it. If somebody was to visit your island and they needed help to get off or something like that, how would they receive that? You basically own it. So it's basically it's a little dark once you think about it, because yeah, you own an island, but you basically can bring anybody there, and if they need to get off, they really couldn't unless you decide that. So you're basically trapping people there, huh? Is that what was happening on the island? I know there was a lot of people names on the list and stuff, but that point is that's a very good point. Real quick, if the picture she painted was so terrifying, why were you just smiling for the first like 4 minutes? Like my face, I'm trying to understand like what she's saying, but you're like low-key smiling like, yeah, it's pretty clever, like yeah, he kind of got away with it. I don't know, that may be me thinking too much into it, but that little grin that you have just didn't sit right in my spirit. Very, very true. Now, what I'm getting from this is kind of like, it seems like these celebrities throw their like celebrityism, if that's a word, they throw that superstardom like in regular people's face to get them to do things and like not tell on them. And you know, that's kind of, yeah, so like the Kevin Hart movie even showed that like when you're a celebrity, you're a fan, like one of your biggest fans, like they just want to be around you and they'll devote their lives to you and like help you out in any situation. So I feel like celebrities do throw that around and like hold that over other people's heads. So like if they are in a situation with normal people, they're gonna blackmail them so they don't say anything. Like even more recently, like even with the Trey Songz incident, like there's a lot of incidents with him and people are just now coming forward. But it's just like you kind of used your name to kind of like silence them in some way. So it's like, I can only imagine when you're like on a secluded island. One, you're in a third world country. You're not even from America. You're from Haiti or St. Martin's and stuff like that, like she's saying. Like you're from the Virgin Islands. You're not even as, you know, hip to some of these people. And you just see that these are people that's coming with a lot of money. And they have like big politicians and stuff with them. Like that's even crazy within itself. And then you seclude them on your own island. It's just like, I don't know, it's a lot of things. Like even with Squid Games, it showed that you get on the island and they have like the child soldiers, you know, basically policing all these adults just so they can get some money. But it's just like, what's the key there? What's the message that you're trying to show? Like get the children young and like brainwash them so they can be your soldiers, or you can mold them to do anything, like your sex workers and stuff like that. Is that why children like is so important? Because you can mold their minds. So I just feel like that what she said, that she has to protect her country and stuff like that from like sex trafficking and things like that, that's very true. I feel like more people should have their eyes open for stuff like that, because in my opinion, when you have a lot of money, that opens a lot of doors for a lot of other things to happen. Like everything isn't just glamorous. You don't know what goes on behind the glamour shots, you know. So let me know in the comments what y'all think about the Jeffrey Epstein situation. I know it gets way more deeper. I know there's way more celebrities connected to it. I also know there was Ghislaine Maxwell, I think, that was included in his case, like his assistant or something. And I also know that she was tied to Haiti behind the Christian organizations. I think Amber Alert and stuff like that she was just charged for taking those kids out of Haiti under the act of a non-profit group. But you were really like taking them over to the Epstein Island. So that shows they are smuggling those kids like from different villages and stuff like that and taking them to a secluded island and doing God knows what. Who knows? But I'm glad this case was kind of some light was shed on this case, so we could hopefully stop it, get the conversation going about it, so more people can be aware of what's going on. But make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to this video, and I will drop more content like this. But I will see y'all in the next video though. Bye.
Oh, when it all,
Yeah.
all falls down.
The real one, baby.